Well, Happy New Year to everybody. It's now January 2nd, 2023. I have to get used to writing that. So, today, this week, I'm going to start chipping away at some issues on the 500 SL 1991. And, I don't know, a couple weeks ago maybe, I was at a grocery store. And I was backing out of a parking place. And I heard a crack come from the front end. Well, what the hell? I went out and looked, and I didn't see any kind of damage or anything. What is that? Those birds. So I took it home, drove it. It wasn't acting up or anything when I was driving it. It wasn't wandering on the road. Didn't have any, vibrations. So I'm gonna just try to get an idea of what it could be. I just started up and backing it up, just going over that bump. I heard it. That's over on the passenger side. Okay, we are now at 38,852 miles in 30 years. So let's see if you can hear it. Weird. It's only been warming up for about 3 minutes. When I first backed it out, I could. There. So when I do it to the right, I don't get it. I turn the wheel to the left. It's so weird. It's like there's something, I don't know if it's loose. There it is. Okay, here's a few things I just need to check and observe. Steering noise. Is it at low speed? Yes. What side is it? What side is it? I believe it's coming over from this passenger side. Is the steering wheel off center? Listen to it. I don't like that noise. Yeah, it does it sitting still. Let's see. Let's see if it does it in park. I think it does it in park. Yeah, it does it in park. Yeah, it does it in drive. So there's a bunch of different things we could. I don't think I really need to drive it around because it's basically doing it. I'll post this up on this video up on Ben's World. You guys give me your opinions, but It should be fairly easy to find, hopefully. I can hear it when I all right. Seems to drive okay. It doesn't wander off the road or anything. Let's see what this turn does here. Handles the turns pretty good. There's a policeman. Stops in a straight line. Better put my camera down. Okay, the coast is clear. I better not start swerving around. There's a little Miata. It'll be a fun little project car there. I hear they handle really nicely, but I don't think I could fit in one. Yeah, I heard it. Handles pretty good. Yeah, there's that brake pad wear sensor. I think that's a whole separate issue. So that's when I turn the wheel to the left. I turn the wheel to the right. So I don't know, could be either side, something in the middle, we'll see. Well, I guess first thing we got to do is I guess we can just jack it up. Got to take that belly pan off of there. I used to have it off for during the summertime to help cooling, get air under there, cool the engine off, but I've got a couple of these hydraulic jacks, and I figure I'll just put one on either side, right under there. I haven't looked under there, I forget, but I don't think you can put a jack straight under it and lift the whole thing like with the 300E. It's got a big old cross member. You just lift the whole thing. Well, that thing, my God, is that thing heavy. Thing's crazy. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. In the meantime, I'm just looking as many videos as I can find of Mercedes and their suspension or their steering gear, and so I found this guy here. He has a lot of good stuff on YouTube. He's in Australia. It's a 93 E320 convertible, changing steering drag link. So listen to this. Kind of sounds
Here
like...
we go. Wiggle the wheels. See if you can see everything.
And we'll also try this, see if there's any play in the wheel before we take them off.
The test is getting any play in the wheel. Now I've got just a fraction, which would be normal. So I think that's done the trick, and I'll take it down and get a wheel liner. One way to find out these things is just get a wheel liner. The guys will say, no, sorry mate, you can't do that, you've got a worn out ball joint or whatever. And saves you putting the cap up on the stands, because they don't charge unless they do something. So hopefully that's good enough. I was prepared to change the...
Okay, so we'll try that too when we got it up. I just like searching everything. I got to get my brain around this entire system and see. It's probably something real simple, but you never know. It could be something like just horribly like to get to and replace. And okay, so that's one thing to check. This is for a 90 to 02 SL. And this is what it looks like. Okay, I've got the hydraulic jack in on this side. And what you want is this jack pad that's right there. You want to be lifting up on that, like putting a piece of wood under here just because sometimes the top of the jack can like crush things, plastics or something. Usually not, but so I had a problem. I had a problem on the other side. I have this older, I think it's a 3-ton.
Yes.
And I couldn't get it to slide under. I couldn't get it to clear.
They certainly were a waste of money. Is that I have some. They're fascinating.
I couldn't get it to clear right here. So I put a piece of wood right here with the jack handle from the other jack, then another piece of wood, and then I was able just with my arm just push down on it, and it brought this up, and that way I could slide it. But before, this thing wouldn't clear at all, so at least I got that part done. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna test this. My son's got Titanic on, so that's what you're gonna be hearing. But we're gonna check this 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock position and see if that wheel is unusual. A little bit. That's tight. That's not horrible. Might just be wheel bearings. All right, let's test this side.
Don't presume to tell me what I will and will not do. You don't know me. You're distracting me. Go away.
You let go and I'm gonna have to jump in there after you.
Don't be absurd. You'll be killed.
That's tight.
I'll fall alone will kill you.
So that's tight. Okay, here we are at Pelican Parts, jacking up and supporting vehicle. It says Mercedes Benz W129. I've never heard of that. R129. I've heard of that. So these are the two jacking points. There's a front and rear. All right there, like that. Okay. Then there's this thing here. I guess I could look for that. That's in the center of the car. Okay, let's try. Come on. Wait a second. Yeah, I'll get rid of this. I just hope this is an R129. You just never know, you know? And once you're under there, it's hard figuring out where everything is. If you need to pick up the entire axle, I don't want a rear axle. So I've got the jack stands like that. That is an R129 right here. And then see this little part right here. So there's the exhaust pipe. What year is this? This photo illustrates under the right side of the car by the front of the rocker panel with the car fully jacked up. Place jack stand underneath where the frame rail meets the body. Our R29 chassis uses a unit body design, or did they mean to say unibody? This means there is a front and rear subframe that bolts to the body, and the body is used as part of the frame. You do not want to put a jack stand under the thin metal panel that cannot support the weight of the car. You will damage the car. Place the jack under a strong piece of the frame. You can also jack the car up from the frame where the jack stand is pictured here, and place jack stands under the jack pads, which would be nice, but so it's real close to where this brace is. This one on either side. Right there. That side. And then on this side, there's your front wheel. Is that the jack pad? So follow this thing. Right about the middle of it, there should be this kind of, mine looks like it's all coated with something. Okay, what else can we look at here? Let's pretty pictures. Okay, so yeah, so that is a jack pad. It's right here. I have my jack there. And then right under this piece. It kind of looks more like what mine looks like. Okay. So they got the jack going this way and on one side. So sketchy, you know. And it's going in the same direction on the other side. Across. And okay. Okay, I'm on the driver's side. Let's see if we can. Kind of hard to. Where is it? Oh my God! It's so okay there, right there, right there. That piece there. It is. There's that bar. And there's my jack. Follow that bar. And then there's that kind of circular part right there. I don't know, man. I guess you can put a jack stand there, but I don't know if it's strong enough to hold the whole car up. I think they recommend, I've read, that you leave these on and you put the jack stands under there just for safety. Okay, I got it. So they are pretty sturdy. See that point right there? Yeah, I took all the pressure off the hydraulic jacks, lowered it, and then you take and start pushing it on your car like this with your body back and forth. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Same with this side. See it? All right. And once you lower it down on that, and you tighten these hydraulic jacks, make sure it's in the mode where it's tight. And now we're totally secure. I feel safe crawling under there. And then when you take the tires off, at least what I do, I'll take the tires off and put them underneath the car just in case everything else fails. You gotta be careful, man. People have been killed doing stuff like this. I got that one at Harbor Freight. They had some bad ones that were collapsing, and luckily I researched it and they pulled all those off the market. And I got that one, and it's low profile for these cars. If you're gonna get one, get low profile. That way it'll go under. All right, now I guess we could take the wheels off. And I still gotta take that the belly pan off. No big deal, just gotta get on my back and crawl under there. All right, got the wheels off. Properly stored under the car. So, and we inspect everything under this. Yeah. Good jack stand. So now I got to take this plastic shield off. Yeah, there's just a bunch of, I don't know how many, there's maybe 8. These kind of plastic nuts. You just unscrew those and that thing drops down, and then it'll expose everything that we have to look at least it'll help. Those are the brake pad aware sensors. Yeah, you see that brake pad there? See how thick it is? Hello, phone, focus. Yeah, they're pretty thick. That's right. Right there. It's that thick. So that's why I was curious about how could they be worn out. There's probably less than 1,000 miles on these brake pads. So I guess I can check the sensors. I have new ones. Sometimes you won't hear the noise when it's like this, lifted up off the ground, because sometimes the car has to be under load, you know, for you to be able to hear it making that noise. So anyways, I'm going to try to look for the obvious. If I don't see anything, then what they recommend is you put the wheels back on, you put something underneath the wheels, you know, like 4x4s, big piece of wood, something, not cement blocks. Those can fall or break, whatever. And then you lower it down, you know, but then you got, if you're trying to turn the wheel, you could be turning this wood and stuff, but I guess you can get a little bit of a rocking action to be able to hear the noise. Okay. Actually, it's only 4 of those. Let's crawl under here. God, I'm too old to be doing this. Okay, so so this is, I got this thing to behave, light, constant. So this is the sway bar here. It goes all the way to there. I'll have to test everything if it's tight. And then you got your, can't this like just, it doesn't want to behave. That's your a tie rod from here to here. And you've got your steering dampener right there. You got your drag link right here. So, so there's an idler arm, just right up there. So usually those are the first to go, as these idler arm bushings. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is called. A little bit of oil leaks, not much. I think it must be maybe valve cover gaskets. Other than that, it's pretty clean. Wait a minute, what's... Maybe this is the idler arm. I was looking at some videos online and it looked more like this. I don't know how to get to the other side, but yeah, that thing is clean. I don't see anything really cracked anywhere. At least on this side. So I'll try looking at the other side. Yeah. Here on the driver's side, there's a lot of oil on that thing. What is that? That looks maybe is that the steering box? There. Back up there. Here's a tie rod ends. That one looks... All right, I'm just sitting in the car. Got the key in. Battery is disconnected. I always disconnect the battery when I work on these cars. Well, when I got it lifted, because there's a roll bar sensor that can deploy, and then your roll bar like just explodes up and scares the crap out of everybody. They say it won't do that, it's only when the car is moving, but people have had that happen. So, hear it? Good. So I'll wait for my son when he finishes his dinner, and then we'll see if we can see where it's coming from. Just go ahead and just wiggle it side to side. Hey. Do it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it back and forth. God, it's hard to do it. Keep doing it. Does it sound like the driver's side?
No, the other side.
Can you do it again? That looks so weird. Okay, let me get... Okay, go ahead and do it. How weird. Do it again. Yeah, let me try doing it, and then you see if you can.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
All right. So it sounds like it's coming from both sides. Have to research that. It's coming from both sides. How could that be? Yeah, listen to this. So weird. Okay, let's get on Ben's World and ask questions. Because if it's coming from both sides, what does that mean? This is the first time I've dealt into this kind of deal, but it's coming from both sides. Well, it's the next morning. I think I'm gonna put this video together and be part one because my videos get real long. So we've got this noise, right? Seems to be whatever's causing it is transmitting through all the steering gear, so it's hard to pinpoint. One thing I did notice is over by the steering box, the components there have got a lot of oil. I don't know if it's seepage or something. I don't think it's coming from any valve cover. That would be more in the back. Could be one of the shock absorbers. I noticed when you turn the wheels, the shock absorbers turn like this. At least I think it's this side here. I had videoed. I don't know if that could be causing a noise, but it's maybe idler arm. I'm looking online. There's two of them on this car. So there's one on this side looks like it's the kind that's got the rubber bushings inside the tube. And it could be, I don't know, doing something in there. Steering box, you know, it drives fine. It doesn't start shimmying when I'm doing 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. It's not really shimmying at all. So we're just gonna keep plugging away at it. I was thinking maybe taking some that silicone spray and spraying the top of the shock on both sides and see if that goes away. That'd be great. That'd be easy. So this will be the end of this will be part 1, and it's gonna be raining for the next 3 days, so it's a good time during the winter time to get all these problems sorted so you can enjoy the car during the spring and summer months. All right, until we meet again.